All right. We are back with Kaboom, baby. And that's right, the grenade-toting psychopath anime creature of the zerg StarCraft internet. This here is none other than the Gucci Gang's Boom. And it has been something you guys have been requesting for so long to get more of Boom's games. It's going to be a Zerg versus Terran. Down here, this is Joshu Andre. Andre? Joshu Andre. So you guys have been requesting it, and I've been harassing her. She just, I don't have any good games. Being busy. And I'm like, people just kept saying, when's the next Boom episode? When's the next Boom episode? Where's the next Boom episode? And I was like, I'm saying the same thing. Eventually, I messaged Boom and I was like, I don't care if a game's good or not. There's no ego on the line. The fans just want to see your games. The sloppier, the sillier, the badder they are, the better. Come on. This is not about peak play. I just want to see some games. And she finally caved and sent me 3 replays. So we're going to be casting 2 of them today. As from the labeling, it sounded like they're the same strategy. Couple of action-packed maps here. And what is this? Is that a creep outpost on the 3rd base? So she's got this Captain Dickhead drone. She's just harassing like mad. The Terran is accidentally, I think, misclicked that SCV that's meant to go scouting. And instead it's mined minerals and it's coming home because he's so distracted by the drone. So she's got a hatchery up there. She's got a spawning pool behind it. Oh, don't lead him to the hatch. Don't do that. You don't want him to see it. Okay, she realizes. She's like, why is he still following me? God damn. Now there's a Reaper on the way right now. And this Terran player, I still can't believe this SCV went over here. Oh, I guess it saw there was no expansion, actually. Wait, what? She built a hatchery there and a hatchery here? What is this? The Terran drops a bunker, commands it on the high ground wisely immediately. He's still going to try to get down here if he can and deal with it by just rallying Marines. Even going to pull some SCVs to deal with it. Little does he know, she's got another hatchery right there. She's building a queen behind this. Is this all a distraction? There's no gas. She's got 2 more drones that are queued across the map. What the hell? I mean, this could have been a queue it up baby challenge, actually. She's queuing shit all over the map. Factory goes down behind this, so it looks like maybe tanks behind is like a pretty standard thing. So the SCVs, the Marine, the Reaper will clean this up. A queen is going down there. A gas at home. She's building more drones. What is this? I imagine she builds spines here? No, she's just going to start mining off that base. Oh, cancels the hatchery. That drone does go down. A bunch of simulant blood sprayed on the ground. That's right. She is using the robot Zerg skins, the simulants. This Reaper going to go across the map. The first real scout for the Terran. But there's a Roachroar in there, a queen ready, another queen on the way. And she's just pretending to one base. So she's just looking for a massive overreaction from the Terran. Terran comes in and is like, what the hell? You're still on one base? I mean, Terran's got to be freaking out. He's got a bunker up, but he's going to need a lot of safety precautions. The queen's pushing back the Reaper for now. The other queen's not quite ready just yet. Does she pull drones to block it? No. Reaper's going to see the Roachroar potentially. Oh, he goes after that drone. Oh, she pulls it. And she does a spore trick. Nice. He does see the Roachroar though, so he knows to be worried. She's not building a single Roach though yet. She's gone double gas. And she's just droning on up. Meanwhile, Terran player is shitting his pants. Cyclone on the way, Marines. Wants to build a starport, doesn't quite have the gas yet. Is trying to get that second refinery up inside the main base. So the starport will go down momentarily. This is so bloody bizarre. Alright, so 2 queens there, 5 overlords building, and she's just droning this base. What the f... So is there an attack that comes off this is my question, because she's got 3 queens here, which can kind of deal with any banshees or liberators. But does she now, with this massive bunch of supply free, start building roads? She's still droning. And she's going 4 gas? What? Boom, why are you so crazy? What are you doing? I can't even understand what the goal is here. The Reaper, I mean, this Terran player, I would be building like multiple bunkers at the front and not missing a beat on like tank production. The Terran is surprisingly low on units. Considering you now see creep at your doorstep, another bunker does go down, tanks are starting up. Queens are there, creep coming forward. Roach is starting to rally out now. A Spore Crawler building on the front. I feel like she's just going for a mega contain. She's bringing more drones across the map to saturate this natural as the main is full. and Banshee's on the way. So it's going to be Marine Tank Banshee. But definitely a lot of depots there. And there's only actually, what, you get rid of 2 depots and basically the Terran's going to be supply blocked at that point. Those top queens could be in range of the wall if she wants it. Boom. Oh, all right. She smacks the Reaper down. She's got the Ravager count growing. Siege tank is now there, though, so she's going to have to chip away at this from afar. The siege tank right now, you can see that dotted white line is where that siege tank reaches to. So she needs to be careful not to step over that line. So she's queuing it. Yeah. So look at the way she's saying drop biles on depot and then quickly run backwards so that they don't accidentally push each other into siege tank range. And it is just mass Ravager Queen right now. And she's making a crazy Ravager count and having the anti-Banshee. I mean, normally it's the Banshees that shut down delayed Ravager attacks, which is why you can't do something like this. But she is going mass Ravager, and she has the kind of ability to do that because of this fact. Look at this, the way the Ravagers are queued into drop files. Well, the SCVs are repairing pretty well. The Banshee's going to try to go forward, but you got to be careful of the spores and the queens, mate. Got to be careful. Oh, bitch, she goes down. And now spines are building out here as well. And the problem is the tanks are going to get overrun. So the Terran really needs to rebuild this barracks count. It needs to get 5 barracks up and that sort of thing. The Terran seems to be staring at the front and is only building 2 depots. If I was the Terran, I'd be building like five depots back here because this whole wall is going to go down eventually. The tank count growing is obviously very scary for Boom, but he's got to be careful to not put his tanks too far forward, right? Or they'll get biled as well. Now you've got 3 tanks with overlapping zones all around there. She's got to be real careful, but her Ravager count, 14 Ravagers. I mean, she could just run in and go for the tanks. She goes for the bunker bust to start. Does take a little bit of damage, but a few transfuses there. Going to top up those Ravagers' hit points. Oh my gosh. Is she actually going to just break it with this? This is so stupid. I love it. She's going to go for a tank. She loses, I think, 1 or 2 Ravagers, but gets a siege tank. And she can produce these Ravagers faster than he can produce tanks. So she's going it again. Another one. Loses 2 Ravagers there for a siege tank. She can do that all day. And as the tank count gets gone, he's got no range units. If he loses this tank, he's screwed. He's actually completely screwed. If he doesn't have any siege tanks, he can't outrange. She sends a Spider in to take the first volley. She's going to bile down the tank. Oh, she didn't throw enough biles. She got too greedy. She spread them across everything else. Couple transfuses on those red hit point Ravagers, going to be fantastic. She's got Zerglings coming in. She's got 16 Ravagers right now. The Ravager's going to go for it. Biles on the tank. Number 1. Number 2. Biles going on that tank as well. The tank's going down. The Ravagers are taking out these Marines very quickly. Another set of Biles going on the SCVs, and the bunker would be huge. And she's just going to bust through. It is 7 minutes and 40 seconds into this game that she busted in with 16 Ravagers, a ton of Queens and Zerglings. It is a 2-base, full saturation, super delayed Ravager Queen push that basically relies on confusing the shit out of your opponent. And boy, it did do that. These are slow Zerglings, by the way. She doesn't have wing speed. Oh, she's starting to lose a few units, but she takes out the siege tank there. And he's already lost every SCV on the natural. She's not really building right now. She's just got a few roaches sitting at her base. She's just having fun moving the spines, the spores, the creep tumors further forward. There's a Raven out right now. A tank, more Marines here. Auto turret there as well. And this is so funny, right? Because the Terran gets so focused on, do I need this, do I need that? At the end of the day, the Terran just needed to be building more bio sooner, right? If you just have enough stim shields +1 bio, you'd be okay, but there's no stim, and there was just never that much bio because the barracks were delayed so long because the Terran was so confused about what was happening and then lost so many depots in the wall, was busy replacing those. The Cyclone here is going to pick away and take out the Spore Crawler, but Boom coming on in with the Proxy Hatchery on the 3rd base. Absolute mad build. I gotta get back to trying really dumb builds. It's been a little while. I haven't been doing any silly cheesy builds lately. I really miss the stupid, you know? There's something about doing this sort of build where it is such a silly gamble, but it relies on giving your opponent misinformation, tricking them, and seeing if they bite the bait. And in this case, they do. Biling a Raven. Oh, that's satisfying. Spore Crawler's moving forwards. The Queens have all gone down, but the Ravagers can fall back to the Spores. And this Terran is trying to mule this natural, but this is just sad, mate. Mate, I think it's time to leave. Are we going to get some spicy chat in the game? Is Joshu Andre gonna say go F yourself? Is he gonna say Zerg's bullshit? Zerg bullshit? Yes. Come on, mate. Give in to your hatred. Feed us, the viewers, with your salty tears. Ravager's gonna come forward. Triple vial on the siege tank. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen someone do a proxy hatch on someone's third like this. Not even a hidden base. It's like at the third, so you're still planning to use it for an attack and a launching pad. But then to drone it up fully. To go to 45 workers like she did earlier in this game. Obviously, she's built so much static now that her drone count's a lot lower. But to go up to 4 gases, 40, 45 workers is just... that's wild. That is absolutely wild. Terran is still hanging on in here. He's like, well, you're on 1 base. No, she's not. She's got way more money than you do. Biles being dodged by the Banshee. The tank there trying to shift forward. It's going to start to work on this. The Banshees can't really fight those Queens unless the tank helps out, which it's going to. The Marines are going to come forward, but the Roach Ravager says, no siege tanks for you, buddy. And both siege tanks get taken. Oh, wait. No, only 2 Biles on the back tank. The stim happens, but there's no healing that stim. As soon as that stim wears off, remember there's no medevacs. Trying to build Ravens is the Terran player right now. I think Boom's kind of at a bit of a loss. Like, hey, why are you still in this game? She's making a lair behind this as well. She hasn't taken a third base. So as always, the pattern with players that like to enjoy cheesing out their opponents with crazy strats. It's not so much about just building another hatchery behind it. That's lame. It's about truly enjoying the tentacular contain, spreading the creep, even to the south where the orbital did drop, but I think the creep spread might even scout that in a little bit. A few overlords do go down. Marines run down the ramp one more time. That tank on the high ground is doing a lot of damage, but for how long? The answer is not very long at all. Overlord comes in from the backside, of course, to spot that high ground. Well done by Boom. She takes out this other tank as well. She loses a lot of units on the ramp, but there's not much left. The auto turret tries to push back the Overlord. The Overlord gets out of range and just laughs at this. That command center has not been spotted, so Mule's being dropped there. The last economic lifeline in this game. Oh, look at that. Oh, here we go. Biles trying to take down the tech lab. Wanting to stop the tank production is Boom right now. And Joshua Andre is going to pull some SCVs. Quickly repair the tech lab. You need the siege tanks. The Marines are so damned bruised. She's going to make an infestation pit and a hatchery up here because she's like, well, why not? And guess what? When that creep tumor finishes, now she sees that expansion and she immediately moves in that direction. The spine crawler is running up the ramp right now. And she's splitting her ravages. He's going to try to come down to defend, but oh, Biles! Biles to the face. Some of the ravages are in the mineral line, so he knows he needs to break out now while her force is split. But she fights out of range of the tanks. She uses corrosive Biles and she kites backwards. Dodges her own Biles, steps out of that one. And that command center is going to get hit by some Biles as well. So it is close to burning down. The minerals are gone in the main base. There's one mineral patch with 285 minerals left on it. One tank, a Raven, a pack of Marines, and a very sad Terran who will not accept his fate. And Boom's like, I mean, I'm not even as torturous as Florencio. I mean, I do troll strats, but doesn't even say anything, just taps out. Fair enough. Let's go straight to the next game. All right. Looks like same spawn, same map, different opponent. So she likes it on this one. Up in the top left, representing Gucci, it's Boom. And this is a 5k MMR Terran opponent, by the way, guys. So Boom hangs around in Masters 1, sometimes low GM. Usually about Masters 1, though. And this opponent here is right around that level. It's going to be Last Clan's Legoshi. So that's a pretty high-level set of players. And it looks like, yeah, this is the build. Okay, so she sends a Captain Dickhead, and then she sends the other drone here. So I kind of love this setup where she harasses with the drone, then she builds a hatchery at the front to just freak him out. And then she just drones this base up. Let's see how it plays out this time. Let's see if Legoshi reacts any different. Remember in that last game, the Terran sent an SCV scout, just mined the minerals and went home. Didn't really scout anything. So I wonder if she'll get a bigger response if the Terran actually scouts in to her main and sees no expansion. And also, the thing is, there's a very late gas and pull. So if the Terran's really good at scouting, you should be able to see that. Wait. The Terran pulled his SCV scout home. Okay, now he's sending a new SCV out. Oh, he needs to pull another SCV to defend Captain Dickhead, though. Captain Dickhead comes back in, starts harassing the SCV. Okay, that SCV did move away quickly enough. Legoshi is going to defend it. Meanwhile, hatchery first on the third base. This drone just running away. Pool is there. Gas will come down a little later. Of course, a few more drones are the priority for now. And Legoshi comes in, sees no expansion. Let's go to Legoshi's camera here. All right, we're on Legoshi's camera, sees a spawning pool, but that's a pretty normal timed spawning pool for a hatch first. So what does Legoshi do? I mean, I really like the response in the last game of the command center on the high ground. It looks like he's scouting for a proxy hatch right now. That makes perfect sense. So a good read by Legoshi. It actually sees this one here. He's going to build a command center right next to it. Okay, that might be a bit too ballsy though, right? Maybe? Is it though? Is it? I don't know. Is Legoshi going to go for the... I mean, if you're going to commit to the command center there, you've got to go to the bunker. Go straight for a quick factory. Oh, Legoshi's going for the mega greedy response. Wow. I guess just use this SCV to build a bunker as needed. But the problem here is I think Legoshi seeing this hatchery just gets distracted because this is so unexpected. You go, oh, that's the hatchery. But it's not. That's the hatchery. There are queens building. There could be zerglings. Does she commit to zerglings or drones? Keep our eyes on those larvae. It's just going to be overlords and drones for now. Okay. Reaper SCVs being pulled, going to take this hatchery up. That's a lot of mining for a hatchery. I mean, she's happy to take that trade. She just wants to mess up the opening here of the Terran player. And if the Terran just swaps into Hellion production, good for doing run-bys, not so good for dealing with queens and roaches knocking on your door. There's something about this hatchery that, like, the Terran was going to go find her hatch. That's what's so fucking crazy, right? The Terran scouts. The Terran has a good read. Oh, she doesn't cancel at that time. That's a pretty big waste of minerals. But actually, maybe she can kill some stuff. Broodlings! What's she going to go for? Oh, she didn't target fire. She didn't target fire. Ah, she does, but a little bit late. So she doesn't get any kills there. She's going to build 2 Zerglings now. But as I was saying, this hatchery seems to sate the Terran's desire to go check for the proxy hatch. Because, well, you wouldn't do 2 proxy hatches, would you? That doesn't make sense. So it's very much, it's the, what I'm doing doesn't make sense, and that's why the players aren't scouting properly for it. So she's literally, there's a purposeful inefficiency just to keep the opponent occupied, distracted, and from actually checking what's going on. Now, he's building Hellions, Reapers, so I mean, Legoshi's done a great job of getting out the normal units you want, but doesn't know about the fucking base right there. Oh my god, there's only 1 queen at home, though. If this 2 Hellion Reaper runs in, they could kill basically a whole base of workers. I mean, this might just kill her. She does not have a starport up yet. What is... I mean, he does not have a starport up, Legoshi. What is Legoshi doing? No starport, no extra barracks? What is... Huh? I think Legoshi is very confused right now. We're on Legoshi's camera. Legoshi is... Okay, finally the starport starts. He's going to run in. Ooh, there's a roach out just barely in time, but they're going to get in anyway. How much can they kill? Ooh, good pullback on the drones so far. And pulls back fresh drones to try and block, but that's a lot of workers still. 5-7 going down. Oh, that's a big amount of damage for this early in the game when her economy's already so slow. Now, that's funny. Boom's Roach actually lets the Hellion go for a little bit. Might get even more kills. Queen does not do much damage. Oh, nice drone micro. The Hellion was clicked on the drone. Back at home, Legoshi's building more Hellions, and a bunker on the high ground is like, what the fuck is going on? Is so confused right now. And Legoshi's freezing up. Legoshi's running Hellions across the map. He's building Marauders. But where's the extra barracks? Where's the tanks? The Banshees aren't going to be here for ages either. Oh my god, this is it. This is it. This is actually... Okay, I've been in the shoes of Legoshi so many times where I go, but this doesn't make sense. And I start freaking out. But look at that. He's going to... Okay, that's fine. I'll do more damage. No, you won't. You need to focus the Queen. Queen's got a transfuse available. The Queen and the Roach blocking. They say, you're wearing the wrong shoes, you dirty fucking Hellions. There's more Roaches building. They'll be out soon. Already has killed 2 of these Hellions. Oh, the Ravager Cocoon. Ravager Cocoons have 5 armor just to buy a little bit more time. But there's still 4 Hellions in the base. These Roaches have got to deal with these Hellions. She's going to take down 1. She needs to kill 1 more to take away their one-shot power. Oh, it's a lot of Hellion damage. Okay, Legoshi is doing a great damage with the Hellions. So even though Legoshi's production kind of sucks behind it, I mean, Legoshi's massively slowing down her attack. The problem, of course, is... Wait, Legoshi's building a 3rd command center? You're up against a 1-base opponent and you're building a 3rd command center? Are you fucking insane? Oh my god, Legoshi, as if you haven't been greedy enough. And now he's like, oh. Why would you build a 3rd base versus a 1-base player when you haven't added a single production facility? You're not even on 1 base full production and you're building a 3rd. Oh, get out of here, Legoshi, you greedy Terran. I love it. Oh my god. The thing is, sometimes when your opponent plays confusingly, it makes sense to just follow my normal plan, do what I normally do. But where's the extra barracks? Where's the production? Legoshi's floating so much money. He's just been absolutely mind screwed by this strategy. Oh my god, that's enough Ravagers to one-shot a bunker. Mass Repair ain't gonna help you if all the biles go down at once. Oh, and she's in. Ravagers, Roaches, and Queens, and an absolutely mind-screwed Terran player. Oh my god. I mean, this is actually so funny. This is one of these builds where if the Terran just does a completely normal build, he would actually have like Stim and a pack of Marines out by now. And the third command center. This is one of those builds where like, you actually, if you play no reaction at all, you don't even think about what Boom's doing, I think you hold this, but that's the glory of it, because it's like, well, why would you play normal versus a one base build? So it's a one base build, but then it's not, but it is, but it's not. And the Terran just wraps their own brain into a goddamn pretzel and they I don't know what's happening, and she just kills them. I love it as well, because what do Terrans rely on for safety these days? It's always Banshees. She's got queens on your front door with that third hatchery. That's the genius of this, and spore crawlers as well. I friggin' love it. Boom, this is a fantastic build. Please keep sending me some of these juicy games. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.